Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of the Lakeside Castle build. In this episode I am going to switch it up and start from the infamous cannibal camp and approach my castle from the rear entrance. Since the last video I've added a new gatehouse allowing an entrance to the castle and now ever-growing courtyard. Now the towers adjacent to the outer curtain wall are not new. Once inside I'll point out the new towers in the courtyard. So if I enter the gatehouse, you can see the stairs up above me. I'll show you how I access the rooftop. It's a little bit different setup than previous. The stairs don't go from ground level. Here is the courtyard, and it is not finished by no means. I'll point out the new stuff here in a sec. Let's get up to this gatehouse, show off the view from the rooftop. So once I get up here on this curtain wall here, got a couple doors either way. Oh, let's look here real quick. So let me point out these towers here are new, and so let me go in here real quick. We'll get back to the new towers in just a sec. So here are the stairs. This is a setup to similar to my central keep area. I showed that off in my previous video. Here's the rooftop, unfinished of course. And let me show you something real quick. This is how you know you have a big build going. So off in the distance, I'm going to pull my binoculars out. These two towers here, once I put them away, you can see they are transparent. You can see through the walls. That is an indication that you have a big build going. So anyways, with that said, let's go back down to the courtyard and I'm going to explore these towers. And before I get there though, this little thing over here to my right, this little eyesore, that's eventually going to change. I may do an awning to the left and right. I'm going to decide. I'm going to fill in this courtyard, make it decorate it a little bit better. So anyways, here's one of my new towers. This 8-sided octagonal tower, and is a little bit different type tower than I've previously built. So I was happy with the way it came out. Put a lot of windows in. We're going to go up to the top. And this, I'm going to call it unfinished. I'm probably going to do something different, but let me just show you the views here. So if we look out the rear, got a good view of the courtyard and at the pond and the other tower over there. And if I look out this way, here's the open area or bailey. And this is my central keep. Still going to change that top of that tower. I'm not happy with it. And then since the last episode, I've changed up this entrance here. The third story of the wall was open, and I stoned it in, and I think it looks better. The contrast between the log and stone, I think it looks a little bit better. So here's the pond, and got some railing up so it is safe for toddlers. Nobody's going to get hurt by falling in my pond. And I'll just skip to the top of this other tower since it's identical to the other. Quickly show the view off here. And I'll show the other side of the castle, the bailey. This is the kitchen or cook area, which was in the previous episode. Again, there's the central keep. But I haven't added anything. I've been playing around with the chimney. I tried the stone furnaces. Wasn't happy with that, so I think I'm going to customize some type of chimney in that cook area. But we'll get there in a bit. So I want to go inside this entrance here just so you can see for those that watched the last episode. So this is all existed, and here's looking outside. The way I changed it. But anyways, let's skip to the front side of the castle, and here's the island. It's still unchanged. Still don't know what I'm going to do there. I have a lot of other ideas, a couple different places I want to build, so don't know if I'm going to start that island or skip to somewhere else. So this tower is new. This one was already built in the last episode. And then the scaffolding, I don't know if anybody remembered, I removed all that, which makes the front look beautiful to me. But we'll go to the outer moat wall here, climb this. So the front really looks, you know, a lot better. It's well, you can see more, and I may clear some of the trees out. I don't know. I may clear out some of the area to kind of make it contrast a bit better. There's old Kelvin down there. He's been trapped in there for a while. And I'll show the inside. I have some storage areas, these sleds, and I think I'm going to remove these sleds. But it's kind of funny. I thought Kelvin or Virginia were making my sleds, you know, kind of wonky looking. But actually, when I was filming this video, I spotted the culprit. It's a deer. And so this area is built on a huge deer spawn. I think in my last episode it was raining, so there was no deer. But this guy, look at him. I was blaming all this sled nonsense on Kelvin and Virginia, and it's these deer. And if I turn around, we have where I started out, the island straight ahead. So a little moat area has come along pretty up. Well, there comes the rain, so let's head inside. Let's get out of that. So this is the front entrance. See the vaulted ceilings. Still may add some staircases at some point and decorate at some point. But let me go over here to my kitchen area, which is existed in my last video, of course. But I haven't added anything inside. Like I said earlier, I've experimented around with the stone furnaces. I do not like. So I think I'm going to customize some type of chimney, and I'd really like to, once I got the fires going, like have some smoke coming out. I don't know. I think that'd look pretty cool. But I'll head up here real quick. So this is the central keep straight ahead, and I'll briefly show you. So the last video, of course, I had. So there's the kitchen. There's the chimneys. Let me turn around here. So there was a bunch of scaffolding right in this whole area, so that's been removed, so a lot better views. And I'll go up here real quick to, go to the top of the central keep here, and I'll show you a front and rear view. Still haven't changed this rooftop. I'm not happy with it, but eventually it will change. So here's the front. Of course, you can see a lot better. And here is the rear with the new courtyard, so some pretty cool views from up top. And I will head down and show you the other side of the castle with my 4 identical storage buildings here. So those were in the previous episode. I still haven't added anything inside of those. And this tower, the last time, was not strutted, so I cleaned up the inside, make the stairs all opened up a little bit better, and of course all the scaffolding's gone, and we can see, take a quick 360 view. This side's probably one of my favorite sides to look from. You have the mountain in the background. Now we will head back down, and I will finish this video out. We'll take a stroll along the outer curtain wall, heading around the rear of the castle. But I wanted to mention, if anybody has any questions about anything in this video as far as how it's built, let me know, shoot me a comment, and if there's enough interest, I may make a quick tutorial on the subject. There are a lot of good tutorials out there, but typically they are longer. They group a lot of methods or tips together, so it can be a little harder to dissect. I don't mind making shorter videos unless I'm doing a long tour video like this, but I mean, you got to admit this is a fairly large build, so but I do try to speed things up and cut things out, especially this is a very symmetrical build, so a lot of duplication. But I think I'm about done with this build. I have that island out there at the front of the castle, but I do have a couple of other areas and different castle styles I want to experiment around with, and so I don't know when I'll get to that. I will eventually decorate this castle out a bit, but I wanted to get this episode out. I believe this is episode 5 in this series before Thursday. Patch 07 should drop in a couple of days, hopefully. And hopefully there's a lot of good content. It's been a whole month since patch 06, so pretty stoked about that. And then in addition to my other builds, I am thinking about doing a hard survival playthrough. Believe it or not, I did play the game through whenever it first came out. And I put out a couple of tutorial videos and things like that. But the past month or so, I've been really into the builds. So I'm thinking about doing the hard survival playthrough. But I kind of wanted to wait until patch 07 drops because they may tweak that a bit. So with that said, this is a good point to end this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching, and hope to catch you in the next video.